Hey guys, it is Chelsea here and welcome back to our channel, 6 Miles to Go. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my tips for shopping after holidays in order to save money, and also just some money saving tips for this fall season. So, I love to save money. That is not a secret. I save where I can. We are a family of 6, and I teach dance 2 days a week, and then Alan works and I stay at home with the kids. So we don't have a huge budget, and I try my best to stretch it. So I'm going to share the tips that I use to help save our family the most money that I can, and I hope that it helps you too. So tip number 1, buy your school supplies in November. There are tons of sales right now on school supplies at a lot of different stores. I was recently at Target and I picked up some of these calendar cutouts so that I could start doing calendar time with Layla. That's something that we hadn't been doing, but I saw these, and for the whole pack it was under $2. There are so many sales right now. This is the perfect time to buy next year's school supplies. Target had 50 to 90% off of back to school supplies. And I found craft supplies, which is something that if you have kids and you're schooling at home, or just even if you're not schooling at home on the weekends, kids like crafts. They had these buckets of crafts for $5 and under of craft supplies. And I saw some buckets of red and green pom-poms, which are perfect for Christmas crafts. When I saw them, I thought of those cute little ornaments that you can make that look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Those little pom-poms are perfect for Rudolph's red nose. Right now is the time I usually keep an eye out to see if I can find any deals on school supplies that we might need for next year. Something that I do, because obviously the school supply lists change from grade to grade sometimes, is I go on my school's website and I look up the school supply list from this year to my child's next grade to see what supplies they'll need for next year and if I can score anything for a really good deal. So we just got done with Halloween, and I went to the after Halloween sales, or actually I went the day before Halloween too, to see when I could get the best deals. Normally I go about a week after Halloween, but I just wanted to see what kind of deals the stores were offering. The day before Halloween, Walmart actually didn't have any deals that they were offering. Target had 30% off of candy and buy one, get one, 15% off. I'm getting ready to put the picture on the screen, don't quote me, on their costumes. And then I went the day after Halloween, basically the same stuff. Then I went 5 days after Halloween. The deals were a little bit better, but what I found is the sweet spot is 7 to 10 days after the holiday, even up to a few weeks after the holiday, you can score some amazing deals. I like to shop the holiday sales when it's 70 to 90% off versus 30% off or 50% off. Tip number 3, which is get your kids Halloween costumes for next year after Halloween, but also get your dress-up clothes after Halloween. Now, I realize that it's kind of hard with older kids to buy next year's Halloween costume. I'm running in this with my 2 older kids. It hadn't been an issue until last year. I would just buy them a costume, they'd wear it and be happy. Now they have a little more of an opinion about what they want to be for Halloween, so it makes it a little bit tricky. My younger ones, it's easier to get their Halloween costumes for next year. Aiden really doesn't care, and Layla, if I get something princessy or unicorny, she'll probably be happy with it. But the other thing that I did last year is I scored a bunch of dress-up clothes for 90% off. This is a huge savings because I got tons of princess dresses, and if you go down the toy aisle right now, you will see those same princess dresses that are on sale for 70 to 90% off in the Halloween section, selling for $20 and up. And I was shocked last year when I went and purchased a, I think it was a Frozen dress. Yeah, it was a Frozen dress for Layla. And I went down the toy aisle just to see and compare the 2 items. Now, the Halloween costumes are a little bit, I would say, less quality perhaps than the ones that you find down the costume aisle in the toy section. but it's not that much of a difference. And so when you look at the price comparison, I paid under $5 for her Frozen dress, whereas if I would have went to the toy aisle, I would have spent $20 and up for that same dress. When I was at Target, they have a wide selection of dress-up clothes. Something that stuck out to me was all the service outfits, dress-up outfits that they had. They had a nurse, they had a doctor, a veterinarian, they had police officers and firefighters, all those things that kids love to play during their imagination time. They had for under $10, which is a huge savings because these same items Melissa and Doug sells for $20 and up. I found this really cute Anna costume for Layla. It comes with this cape and the little dress, and this was under $10 as well. So all of these costumes and dress-up outfits are way cheaper than what I would spend down the toy aisle. And, you know, with being a stay-at-home mom and only working a few days a week, we have to save on these items that, you know, the kids want. Here's my other savings tip along with this. These can be given away for Christmas. So generally around November, I know Black Friday is looking different nowadays, and Christmas in December, you know, that Christmas season, the stores will mark dress-up outfits down for around usually $10 is their discount. Halloween costumes are under $10. Last year, I bought a ton of dress-up clothes for my kids that were $4 and under. Most of them were like $1 or $2. And the beautiful thing about that is some of them I saved for Christmas presents, especially for Layla because she was little, and I found a ton of little sizes and wrapped them up, and those were Christmas presents. So when you are out and about, don't forget to check the Halloween aisle, and then these outfits can be easily dress-up outfits that can be given as Christmas presents, and that's a huge savings compared to what they normally are. This year, because of COVID, we did not go to that many events where they were giving out candy. We went to the trunk or treat at our church, and it was raining on our beggars night, so we literally went like down to the end of our street and back. That's it. And this is all the candy my kids collected between all those events. Actually, this isn't even all the candy because they've eaten some of it, okay? Usually we have even more than this because we have 4 children. And between those 4 children, they bring home a lot of candy between beggars night and church events, okay? And let's just say our dentist bills have not been cheap. And I'm looking at this candy, guys, that fills up almost a full laundry basket. And I'm thinking, what do I do with this? I had to become creative. And so that following year, set aside some of her Halloween candy, and I put it in her stocking because our kids do not need to eat all of this candy for the entire month of November, okay? So stay with me. I know that's kind of a weird idea, but it saves a lot of money. So what I do is I'll go through here and I'll pull out candies that are kind of neutral. They don't necessarily look like Halloween candy like this. Okay, this has a big old jack-o'-lantern on it. I'm not going to say this. I'll keep this in their Halloween candy. But there's a lot of candy like this, where it's just M&Ms. There's nothing on it that says Halloween. So I'll set these aside. And I will use them for their Christmas stockings as filler for that. So I'm not essentially spending any money. We had tons of candy left over from Halloween because it was so rainy. We barely had any trick-or-treaters. So I'll also be setting that candy aside if we need some extra candy for their stockings. Now, here's the other thing. Some items like small toys and trinkets you can get at the after Halloween sales, and especially if they don't say anything, like this is just, there was a container with a bunch of Play-Doh in it that's just like small size. Those are perfect things for Easter. And when they're 70 to 90% off, you buy them up and you can save them and then put them in the kids' Easter baskets. Another thing that you can do with Halloween candy that you find on sale after Halloween, or even some of these candies that you set aside, or if you have candy that's left over, is teachers' gifts. Next month is our winter break for school, and most of us want to give our teacher a gift, especially this year, you guys, because teachers are having as rough of a year, if not more rough than we are, with having to teach online or teach in person under all the restrictions. And so, you know, we want to bless our teachers, right? And so using the candy that you find on sale, or if you set aside candy or you have candy left over, it's going to save you money because you can get some really cute tumblers that are Christmas themed from the dollar store or the craft store, or you can have your kids make one for their teacher and fill it with candy and some gift cards for them, and there you go, there's your teacher gift. Super affordable. All right, my next saving tip is buy birthday items now. Summer birthday items are on sale right now, and so you can find some great deals on summer birthday stuff. When I was at Target, they had a ton of stuff that was marked super cheap. Like, for instance, like the birthday banner, you can just get a neutral birthday banner if you see it on sale, or a neutral tablecloth, and then you can add to it with their themed items with maybe some cups or some napkins. Buy summer clothes now. I know that seems weird because the weather is getting colder, but I always buy my kids' clothes off season because you can save the most money that way. And so what I usually do is I buy a size larger, that way they can not only wear it now, like short sleeve items they can wear with a sweatshirt, but they can also wear it next summer. So guys, these are the tips that I use to help save my family money in the fall. I hope that you found them helpful, and I hope that you can use to help save your family some money.